G'day guys and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video we are going to be rapidly reviewing how I went in round 7 and then I'll be giving you my round 8 tips for the AFL. Now, I didn't think about this before jumping on camera, but there is green in my shirt. That is going to blend horribly with the green screen, so please bear with me on this one. But yeah, we're going to jump in. We're going to discuss the footy for round 7, how I went, and then obviously how I'm tipping in round 8. Now, guys, if you could leave a like on the video and hit that sub button, it'd mean a hell of a lot to me. And it would also go a long way in helping the channel grow and all that good stuff. All right, let's get into it. Round 7, I backed Melbourne to beat the Tigers by 16. They won this one by 20, so not a bad tip there, and the margin was pretty good as well, so I'll take that. Next up, Collingwood against Essendon. Obviously, I backed in Collingwood here. I thought they'd get the job done, and they did. Love the Anzac Day clash, man. It's normally pretty good. Then I backed in Adelaide to beat Fremantle. Freo won this game. I did say, I'm pretty sure I said last week that I could see this game going either way, especially with Freo in Western Australia. But yeah, look, it was a tough game to tip, to be fair. Like Adelaide, they're having a pretty decent season. Like, this is definitely a game that could have gone either way. So I'm not too disappointed about that tip. Backed in the Lions to beat the Saints. Good tip there. Backed in the Power to beat North Melbourne. North Melbourne played bloody good in this game, and I've tipped them a few times this year, and they've gotten absolutely belted. The 1 week where I don't tip them, and they get pretty close, but it is what it is. At least I got that tip right. We move on. All right, next up, took GWS to beat the Doggies. Don't know how the hell the Dogs won this one, but really good win there for the Bulldogs. Took the Suns to beat the Swans. Obviously, they got the job done there. Started off pretty poor, the Suns, but the Swans, I think the Swans, I generally don't think they're going to have a good year. I really don't. I think the Suns, I think they're going to have a good year, but the Swans, very disappointing. Backed in the Cats to beat the Blues. Blues won this one. Good win for the Blues. Credit to them. They move on, and we move on. And then Hawthorn beat Eagles. Obviously, I'd love to tip my Eagles, but I just can't. Hawthorn, way too good at Marvel. All right, round 8 tips. Let's go through, and I'll give you a margin for each of these ones. But before we do, guys, again, if you could hit that like button and subscribe, it means the absolute world to me. You guys are legends. All right, Essendon against North Melbourne. I want to tip North Melbourne in this one. I want to tip the upset here because I genuinely do believe that it can happen. I'm going to tip North Melbourne. I'm not confident in it. I'm going to say by 9 points. I'm going the upset here. I genuinely think the Kangaroos can win this game. Fremantle against St Kilda. The Saints at Marvel, they should be competitive there. This game is tough to tip, man. It really is. I think there's definitely a world where the Saints win this one, but I'm going to go Freo here. I'm going to go the somewhat safe option in that one. I am going to tip the Dockers. Coming off a great win last week, I think they can beat the Saints, but it does worry me at Marvel. Mars Stadium, Doggies against the Port Adelaide Power. Again, this is a game that I do believe could go either way. Doggies are quite heavily favoured in this one. I do think Port Adelaide could win this, but I am going to go the Dogs there at home. I do think they will probably get the job done there. Adelaide against Carlton. Adelaide at Adelaide Oval should win this game, so I'm going to back them in. I'm going to go the safe option there. Collingwood against Geelong. Again, this is a game that I definitely could see going either way. I'm going to back in Collingwood, but with little to no confidence. West Coast against Melbourne. I'm actually backing my Eagles in to win this weekend. I'm pretty sure they won this fixture last season, or it might have been the season before. I can't remember. But there was definitely a game against Melbourne that I believe we won. So I am going to tip the Eagles there. I don't know if that'll be in the form guide. It is not. So I'm going to tip us to get our first win there against Melbourne over at Optus. Freo. It's Sydney against the Giants. This game is normally fairly close. I am going to tip the Giants, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was an upset in this one. Hawthorn against Richmond. There's no world where I'm tipping Richmond in this one. Hawthorn should win, and they should win quite comfortably. And then at the Gabba, this is an interesting one. The Q Clash, love this. I think it's going to be a cracking game of footy. I don't see the Suns beating the Lions, but I do think they'll keep it close. Lions win that one. All right, let's go through the margins here. So over here, I've got North winning by 9. Freo, I think, win this one by 11. Bulldogs, I'm going to say win this one by 22. Adelaide win this one by 7. Collingwood win this one by 3. West Coast win this one by 8. Giants win this one by 18. Hawthorn win this one by 57. And the Lions win that one by 13, I'm going to say. All right, that is my tips for round 8, guys. Let me know yours down below in the comments. If you could, hit that like button and subscribe. It would mean the absolute world to me. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.